Good morning, SKN. I'm Jamie Morris.
And I'm Cortensia Carty.
Well, we want to thank you guys for joining us, of course, for another edition of Good Morning SKN. We have a lot in store. I was going to say a lot of store. Can you imagine that? No, we're not selling anything. We have a lot in store for you, including our movie ticket giveaways. You have to stay tuned. Please stay tuned, rather. No, they don't have to, but we're going to ask them to stay tuned.
Bosses, turn on channel 4.
All right, that's you.
Okay.
Stay tuned so that you could have a chance to win a ticket to see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever this weekend. So all you have to do is call, and we said this yesterday. Didn't really work yesterday, so we're going to hope it works today. Call and answer a Black Panther related question for a chance to win. The number to call is 664-7327. We'll say when again, 664-7327. So that's all we have by way of announcements for now. We move on to the latest in local news. This from Win Media. The St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue Services has organized a 2-day training and development workshop geared towards improving the relationship and communication among members of the institution and others with whom they interact. According to the Chief Fire Officer, the Acting Chief Fire Officer, that is Mr. Garfield Hodge, the workshop will focus primarily on the chain of command. He said this training and development workshop, is an extension of and a refresher to the previous, which was held in October 2021, where only supervisors and senior officials participated. The topic of discussion remains the same, the chain of command. Mr. Garfield Hodge added, quote, "The chain of command in its simplest form can be defined as an organizational structure that documents how each member reports to one another. It creates accountability within each unit, as all personnel are responsible not only for their own actions, but also for the actions of others and their subordinates, which in turn creates a culture of responsibility and dependency on others. And ultimately speaking, this is the main objective of the training and development workshop." I don't think it could be explained more succinctly than that. So hopefully the relationships improve and, of course, the benefit to the community as well.
Indeed, indeed. We continue now. Minister of Environment and Climate Action endorses youth delegation to COP27 in Egypt. This from SKNIS. 3 youth ambassadors are representing the Federation at the United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP27, in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, 2 of whom are from Nevis. Cordesir Walters, a youth development officer, and Sebastian Manners, a physical planning officer, are both employees of the Nevis Island Administration, while Darian Edmead, environmental educational officer, hails from St. Kitts. The Honorable Dr. Joel Clark, Minister of the Ministry of Environment and Climate Action, declared her support for and her conviction that the youth are the critical component in the battle against climate change and climate resilience in St. Kitts and Nevis. She said, and quote, "We are happy that the youth are our equal partners in this climate resilience pathway with the establishment of the Ministry of Climate Action. Youth ambassadorial work is particularly important, and the expectation is that the 3 individuals become our first youth focal point and youth ambassadors for climate action. They have been tasked with daily reflections, social media reflections, postings, networking, and connections regionally and internationally for climate action," end quote. So they're going to get to see the plastic pyramid.
They're going to get to see that and participate, of course, I would hope, in those discussions as well, and obviously make an impact and represent our interests as well.
Indeed.
As others who are suffering the same fate.
Indeed.
All right, moving on to the SKNIS story. Carnival Spirit made its maiden cruise call on the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis on Wednesday, November 9th, making it the first call from Carnival Cruise Line to dock at Port Zante in Bastille, St. Kitts for the 2022-2023 season. Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Marcia Henderson, and other key personnel were on hand to welcome Captain Salvatore Siviero, crew, and passengers. Minister Henderson, during the plaque exchange ceremony, said, quote, "Captain Salvatore, I am honored this morning to welcome you, your crew, and passengers to our beautiful destination, St. Kitts, on your inaugural call. We want to welcome you on behalf of the government and people of St. Kitts and Nevis." The Honorable Minister continued, "I think this call signifies the long-standing relationship we have as a destination with Carnival Corporation, and we look forward to continued relations with Carnival."
It's so fitting, Carnival, in our almost started Carnival season. So we welcome Carnival. We welcome a weather forecast at this time. So today is partly cloudy with a high of 80 degrees and a low of 73 degrees Fahrenheit. It's now 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Take a look at your hourly and weekly weather and stay tuned. Regional and international news after this.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
Yes.
An exotic experience.
Thank you for joining us this morning on Good Morning SKN as we continue now with regional news. Flights from Canada return to Grenada. This from Loop Caribbean. The Grenada Tourism Authority has announced the return of Air Canada and Sunwing Airlines, which both resume service to Maurice Bishop International Airport from Toronto Pearson's Airport. In a statement, the Grenada Tourism Authority said Air Canada has a twice-weekly service on Thursdays and Sundays, and Sunwing Airlines also on Sundays. Official welcome ceremonies were launched for each carrier at the VIP Government Lounge at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. Both flights were at almost full capacity. Grenada has been experiencing a surge in air traffic with new and returning flights and will see further added capacity from Europe in the coming weeks. Petra Roach, CEO of the Grenada Tourism Authority, said, and quote, "The Canadian market is our 4th largest market with an average length of stay of 12 days. Arrivals from the market were significantly impacted as Canada was one of the last markets to fully open back up for travel. We are pleased that the Canadian government has now relaxed restrictions on non-vaccinated Canadian citizens to travel. Our team in Canada has been working diligently with travel advisors and tour operators and exciting co-op campaigns and incentive schemes and feedback from operators in that future loads are quite healthy." End quote. That's good. Tourism is back on and popping all around the Caribbean and the world.
We're moving on to the international scene. First patient gets potentially cancer-stopping pill. This from Good News Network. The phase 1 trial has begun to test a novel pill that was effective in preclinical studies against recurring solid tumors from breast, prostate, brain, ovarian, cervical, skin, and lung cancers. City of Hope, one of the largest cancer and research and treatment organizations in the United States, announced last month that the first patient to receive its novel, promising cancer medicine is doing well, and they are currently recruiting people for the study. Dr. Linda Malkas, who has been working on the research and subsequent discovery and development of AOH 1996 for 20 years, says the drug was named after Anna Olivia Healy, a young girl born 26 years ago who unfortunately was not able to beat cancer. Malkas believed that proliferating cell nuclear antigen, pCNA, which plays an essential role in the replication and repair of cells, would be a less toxic cancer therapy that targets mutated cancer cells while leaving normal cells alone. The treatment has been shown in preclinical research to target pCNA and inhibit the growth and spread of a broad range of human cancer cells. She says AOH 1996 is not toxic to healthy cells, and that treatment with this medicine both pauses cell DNA synthesis and inhibits DNA repair, leading to a type of cell death known as apoptosis in the cancer cells. So this is actually remarkable news.
Yes. There will be no damage to the cells that don't need to be in the mix while cancer is being cured.
And so hopefully it works out.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, well, there you have it for the latest for today. We are, of course, inviting you to continue to watch the remainder of the show. We're going to be here with you until 10 a.m. this morning. We will be speaking with Inoite Nanger and Major Coyote Sutton about appreciating Afro-Caribbean culture.
And we will be speaking to Therese Versailles and Golda France, as this is Tourism Awareness Month. So we will find out what we can do to enhance our tourism here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And of course, we have the giveaway. Folks, I wore my vibranium pants just for you that you will see. But you know what? You have to stay tuned to see that. How about that, Jamie?
Whatever you say, Cortez. Whatever you say. All right, well, there you have it for the latest for today. We will be back in a moment with more Good Morning SKN. Stay tuned.
No cash, no card, no problem. Dad, embrace the freedom.
Get me so upset. I see these teen girls with their big bellies and you want to tell me y'all couldn't protect her and yourself? Come on. Now don't tell me no stupidness about you feel embarrassed about getting a pack of condoms or asking somebody for one. That ain't nothing to be ashamed about. You should be proud that you are making a wise decision, but you still have to abstain from having sex with someone under the age of consent. If your boys are pressuring you to have sex and you don't want to, then don't. You are in charge of your life, not them. I heard another one saying it's sweeter without a condom, but my granny always told me, no glove, no love. So let me tell you something. It's sweeter to have money in your pockets and not have to support a child at that young age. Before I say anything else, the best way to prevent teenage pregnancy is to abstain. In other words, no do it. Let me talk to the big men troubling underage girls.
Why you sleeping with your daughter? You not live clean. Your girl at 16 and your daughter at 13. So girl look me, but me no in that. Big man no deal with back pan back.
Understand where I'm coming from, right?
This message was brought to you by Project Viola through the Department of Gender Affairs with support from the Basic Needs Trust Fund and the Caribbean Development Bank.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
I need some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
If you gradually use less salt, you will gradually want less salt. Eating less salty foods will reduce your cravings for salty foods. Let's get salt smart.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao bango!
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. November is Tourism Awareness Month here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. This year, it is being celebrated under the theme Immerse, Indulge, Renew, Rethinking Tourism 2022. Love that ring. To give us more insight in this month's long celebration, we warmly welcome Therese Versailles, Research and Communication Officer within the Ministry of Tourism, and Golda Franks, the Product Development Manager at the St. Kitts Tourism Authority. Good morning, ladies. It's our pleasure to welcome you to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here today.
You are certainly welcome. So, who should I start off with? Anyone? So, what is the intention of Tourism Awareness Month?
Well, for us, Tourism Awareness Month is to educate the public on what we're doing. We are here to facilitate whatever it needs to develop the sector. We are here to let persons know that COVID-19 did do a number on us, but we are standing tall. We appreciate what was being done from our stakeholders and to showcase what is there to come.
Lovely, lovely.
All right, so Tourism Awareness Month, obviously you're educating the public as to what you're doing. We know it's celebrated in November.
Yes.
How long has it been celebrated in November?
It has been celebrated in November for more than 5 years, over 5 years.
And the intention has always been the same?
Yes, to educate our stakeholders as well as nationals about the importance of the tourism industry in St. Kitts and Nevis.
We seem to have a slight, I'm going to switch it up a bit, a slight problem with customer service here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And we think that customer service should only be in the hospitality part of it.
ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the doorway or any exit. Stairs might block up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
Welcome back. We do sincerely apologize for that short break in transmission, but technology, unpredictable. Thank you for sticking and staying with us. So, ladies, I was asking just before that little break about customer service. We know it's a tad of a problem here in St. Kitts, and I was asking, how is your department training persons to curb this situation?
Well, we try to emphasize in our workshop and our training programs that this is something that is important. Think of it as if it's the golden rule. Treat others as if you would want them to treat you. Mm-hmm. So therefore, if you're going to somebody else's home, how would you want to be treated? It's just the same. So that is something that we emphasize when we have our training.
Well,
okay. And in addition to that, I know a lot of persons think of when tourism authority is hosting customer service training, it's all about just meeting and exceeding the needs of the guests. It's also meeting and exceeding the expectations of our nationals, because as nationals, we do go to restaurants, we do visit the different attractions, hotels, etc. on the staycation. Right. So we also emphasize the importance of treating all guests, whether visitors or nationals, the same way, because we want to meet and exceed everyone's expectations.
Well, that's a very important point, because when we were speaking with Diane a few weeks ago, she mentioned that when we are off season, we are actually the ones who are keeping these businesses afloat.
Yes, exactly.
That's a very important point.
Exactly.
All right, so I understand there was a theme competition. Can you tell us about the winning submission, Immerse, Indulge, Renew, Rethinking Tourism 2022?
Yes, we did that in basically 2 weeks. We decided, you know what, let's switch it up this year. And we decided to have the public tell us what they would like it to be. So we sent out our invitation, and we got quite a few. We had over 35 with multiple entries. And Mrs. Donette Dyer Maloney, yes, she was the winner. And it coincidentally, we weren't together when we were going through the information. And at the end of it, when we came together, everybody, this is the one. This is the one. Nice. And then the minister saw it, and she said, that's the one.
And the beautiful thing about this theme is that it goes well with our new brand campaign. Yes. Venture Deeper is about immersing into the overall experience of St. Kitts.
It's not just about following your heart. You follow your heart, but when you get here, venture deeper. Discover St. Kitts.
I love what you just did, by the way.
And you come, you venture deeper.
Indeed. So I know we had a 2-year break hiatus from tourism. Why is it important to rethink and restructure the tourism sector?
Because we know that tourism is heavily dependent on travel. And we must make sure that the structures are in place to buffer what something of this similar nature should happen again. So therefore, from the ministry standpoint, we should have our stakeholders understand that we need to make certain decisions to make sure that this, even if it happens, how do we get out of it and get out of it unscathed? We will have issues, but unscathed as much as possible.
Indeed.
Well, this goes to my point. I was telling you during that brief transmission that I somewhat always had this love-hate relationship with tourism, because while I appreciate it, it's a great industry. When I think that we're so heavily dependent on, overseas travelers, and things can happen externally that affect us, that's difficult for anybody to work with, especially you. So how do you cope with that challenge?
Well, as Golda said, is staycation. What we do should be for the benefit of the people first, and then from there we extend to the external visitors, because there are different types of visitors. You have the internal and external. So whatever we do should be for the benefit of them. If it's training, if it's product development, our people should enjoy it first, and then we extend that hospitality externally.
Very solid points.
Ladies, the difference. Golda, I'll begin with you, the Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism.
That is the number one question that is asked for everyone. The difference is that the Tourism Authority, we are focused on product development and marketing and promotion of the destination. Whereas the Ministry of Tourism...
We are policy, we're the facilitators.
Yes.
So we work in tandem. That's what we do.
We do. From the same...
No.
No. Okay.
Well, we see this is good, because it shows that we're working together and we're giving this holistic view.
Lovely. Okay, nice.
And a symbiotic relationship.
Yes, it is.
Indeed.
Right. So, again, this makes my next question move. But the question was, how do both entities work together to promote tourism here in St. Kitts and Nevis?
I'll go with so far, for this month, for the Tourism Awareness Month of activities, we have a wide variety of activities. For instance, last night we had our State of the Industry event that was geared towards educating and introducing our stakeholders to what St. Kitts is all about, our resilience, immersing into why St. Kitts is so important, especially after 3-year hiatus. We want to ensure that our stakeholders can be reconnected with St. Kitts. I'm a part of that discussion last evening, which was absolutely beautiful.
It was awesome.
By the way, we had a wide cross-section of panelists, such as Mr. Ellison Thompson, the CEO of the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, Ms. Wendy McDonald, Regional Vice President of Royal Caribbean Group. We had Mr. Brandon Carpenter of American Airlines. We had Mr. Troy Hendrickson, as you know, as Spuddy, the CEO of Vibes Beach Bar and Caribbean Journey Masters. And we also had Ms. Adriana Swau, from Tambourine, our creative director from Tambourine.
That panel sounds great. Jamie, we missed it.
Well, they can tell us all about it when we come back.
And you can catch it online, or you can follow our Facebook page and our Instagram page, Kittish and Heartbeat.
Kittish and Heartbeat. Okay, so you're following your heart, but venturing deeper.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes. Stay tuned. Much more after the break.
Please pay attention to this message. According to the World Health Organization, there are 1.3 billion smokers in the world today, and tobacco kills 1 out of every 2 smokers. Did you know that there is enough nicotine in 5 cigarettes to kill an average adult if ingested whole? There are more than 7,000 chemicals in tobacco smoke, of which more than 250 are known to be harmful. More than 69 are known to cause cancer, and 16 are classified as Group 1 carcinogens. Smoking kills. Are you ignoring that warning every time you smoke? Please stop. Smoking can lead to severe health complications and even death. It affects almost every organ in the body, especially the lungs and heart. It raises blood pressure, increases blood clots, and increases the risk of stroke, heart attack, and cancer. It is hard to quit smoking, but it is not impossible. Don't let tobacco destroy you. Remember the 4 Ds to curb your tobacco cravings. 1. Delay. Set a time limit before you decide to smoke. 2. Drink water. Go get a drink before you do anything else. 3. Do something else. Have a goodie bag handy of other things to do. And 4. Deep breathing. Take at least 10 deep breaths every time you think about smoking. Quit smoking and live a longer and happier life. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yo, what up? It's your boy N. Richie right here at Studio 327. I'm here to give you the promo that you guys need because this is something special for St. Kitts. I'm telling you, tune in to Good Morning SKN, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on YouTube, Facebook, and on Moment Channel 4. Also, I realize nobody else is doing this. Follow the Good Morning SKN Instagram at Good Morning SKN and the Studio 327 Inc. Instagram. Follow us on YouTube and Facebook. This is pretty long, but follow us and yeah.
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. We're speaking with Taras Versailles, Research and Communications Officer within the Ministry of Tourism, and Golda Franks, Product Development Manager at the St. Kitts Tourism Authority. Engaging discussions so far. Now what I want you to do is to give us an overview of the activities for Tourism Awareness Month.
Well, we've had a I Speak workshop with renowned historian and tour operator, Mr. Leonard Stapleton. This was focused on the 3 Ps of sustainability, product, people, and prosperity. Yes. And it basically, he's trying to let persons know, when you tell your story, only you can tell that authentic Kittitian story. You want to Kittitianize, as our colleagues in SKT say, Kittitianize experience. So this is the only way for you to do it. And he's there to help persons realize that way of doing it. And at the end of it, they had a tour to see how the architecture was influenced through the different stages of society. And they ended up at Fort Charles in Sandy Point. From there, you had a beach cleanup at Majors Bay, thanks to Ministry, SKTA, Clean Seas, Environment, all those good people, energy who came on out to help. From there, we had the State of the Industry workshop. There is going to be a talk with the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant students as well.
Yes, and in addition to, there's a talk at the CFBC today, and in addition to that, there's also a workshop happening today. It's both in the morning and in the afternoon, and that speaks to marketing and energy. So there's a marketing and energy conservation workshop that is happening over at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort. There are 2 sessions, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So stakeholders had the opportunity to register ahead of time to be a part of this workshop. So one of the panelists that were presented that spoke last night will be a part of the workshop today, Adriana Swao. Yes. And in addition, one of the panelists, which when I thought about today, I realized I omitted, is Mr. Darren Thompson. He also spoke on the panelists last night at the State of the Industry. General Manager for Royal St. Kitts. Yes.
And after that, we will have the Tourism Fest that is coming up tomorrow at it's the Samuel Williams Sporting Complex or the Virtuous Playing Field, and that is part of our community-based tourism initiatives that we at the Ministry of Tourism and our St. Kitts Tourism Authority, we are trying to diversify the product. And the only way you can do that is through community-based tourism initiatives, have persons understand the assets that we may think may not have that much significance. Persons are coming here and paying big bucks to experience it. They want to know how we eat, how we interact with each other, our music, all the tastes, the sounds, everything Kittitian, they want to have that experience, and this is what the trail is all, well, the fest is all about.
Indeed.
For now, it will be at the Virchild. We plan from next year to have it in different communities until we find a home where that community will be the movers and shakers of this initiative.
I like that you're moving it around, though. I think
Yes.
it brings involvement.
Yes.
And next week, there will be talks in schools. So we have various persons that will go into different schools to speak about tourism, because we feel that it is important. Both the St. Kitts Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism feels the importance of educating the youth about tourism. And I know there's a misconception when people hear tourism or hospitality, they just think, oh, I'm just going to be a maid, or I'm just going to be a waiter. The tourism industry is so...
It's vast.
Vast. With a wide... It's an eclectic mix of various opportunities that persons can venture deeper into.
Yes.
See what we're doing.
Indeed. You see, this is why I say all the time, Jamie, I need to go back to school because these children learn to save from preschool now. The central bank, when they speak to them now, they get in tourism talks. Come on, I need a do-over. I definitely need a do-over.
As soon as you start crawling.
And we're also about health and wellness. Yeah. So on the 19th of November, we're going to be having a health and fitness hike.
Nice.
That will be arranged by Mr. O'Neill Mulway.
Yes, there is a little registration fee, and it's $20. And persons are asked to meet at the Ministry of Tourism at the Pelican Mall, and they leave, the train leaves at 6:30. So,
Train leaves at 6:30.
And that's on the 19th?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
So, which event, and I have to ask this, are you personally looking forward to the most?
I'm for tomorrow, to be honest. Tomorrow, because we have actors, we have maypole, we have a fire dancer, we have exactly. So we're having a roast pig and all of that. Ooh. So these activities are being done by persons in the community. So this is what it's all about, showcasing the talents of the people in the community. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Nice. Golden thing.
Nice.
Of course, tomorrow I'm looking forward to, but the major event, which I was looking forward to, was last night. Yeah, I'm already
the activities culminate on the 27th. How does it end?
It will end with the Peninsula Swim, which will be organized by the St. Kitts Yacht Club.
Okay, good stuff. Okay. So we have a break. With the break in between, what are we doing? Nothing? So from the 19th, we have to wait until the swim on the 27th?
No, well, our stakeholders do have activities as well, because with Ramada, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they have activities. Ramada has the salsa music and margarita nights. That's on the Thursday. Friday is a chill and party at the Sunset Bar with the house music. You have on Saturday, again, another cocktail. On Sunday, it's a family fun day where you can enjoy a day at the poolside. With the Park Hyatt, they had an event on the 6th, which was to celebrate the 50th of operation in St. Kitts. Yes. And on the 27th, they have another event, which is Reconnect at the park as well, and they're inviting other stakeholders to showcase their wares and inviting persons to come and have a taste. With Royal St. Kitts, the regular on Thursdays with Paint and Sip with Soup.
Yes.
And you have on Friday the Lime at the Splash Bar with the DJ, right? Yes. And Belmont Farm, they have their farm to table experience where persons will go and have a chat, open, discuss whatever you feel like. And on Sunday is the brunch, and that's on the 27th. Timothy Beach as well on the 27th is launching, and they're having a fashion show, so you can come with your friends and enjoy. So information, extra information, you feel free to call these establishments and get whatever you need to get.
I feel slighted because we had Miss Sue here and I painted with her, but I didn't sit. Very, very slighted, Cortensio.
No.
Very, very slighted.
But-
Anyway, in any event, yes.
if Miss Sue had a sip, what would she have to bring for you? Water?
Anyway, there's something for everybody with the tourism products. Exactly,
Yes.
Cortensia.
Yes.
That's my save. All right, so in closing, ladies, how would you encourage general public to rethink tourism? That's your camera.
Want to go first?
Yes. To remember that tourism is everybody's business. Understand that it is a service sector, and we are the ones that we're not servants, but we do offer hospitality. And how we want to be treated is how the guests want to be treated as well. And understand that this is the main industry of St. Kitts and Nevis, and there are a host of opportunities there for you as well.
I just want persons to remember that tourism is one of our main economic drivers for the industry, and in addition, it's all about, as you put a development manager, we're looking for creative ways. We're looking for our nationals to be more innovative as they rethink in tourism. Is about thinking about, okay, what can I do to step out of the box, to be creative, to be innovative, to immerse into the destination, to have our visitors, both overseas and nationals, venture deeper to what we have to offer as a destination. So that's my point of view.
Good stuff.
Golda Franks, Terrace Versailles, our pleasure.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, same here. Thank
More
you.
GMS SKN in a moment. Stay tuned.
Okay.
No cash, no card, no problem. Jad, embrace the freedom.
You see that new boy that just joined the school last week? He brought me a chocolate this morning because I showed him the way home from school yesterday. You like him? No, he's just my friend. Plus, he is my neighbor. He asked me if we can walk home together for lunch tomorrow, and I told him yes.
I don't like these big boys. They tend to like to touch girls without your consent.
What do you mean by consent?
It's when one person agrees to give permission to another person to do something.
He is cute though. Guys, you won't believe what happened the other day with the new boy from school.
What happened?
The other day, while walking home with the new guy, he followed me into my house. I thought it was okay because he seemed friendly and respectful. So I turned on the TV and offered him a soda. We sat in the chair together. Then he leaned over and kissed me. I was so shocked I sat up straight and asked him why he did that. He said he thought I liked him. I told him not in that way.
What? Girl, you should have never allowed him inside your parents' home.
My parents will be very angry if they meet any boys in our home plus kissing me.
Guys, we don't need to be burdened down with teen pregnancy and relationship problems at this time. Boys need to understand that girls are not sex objects.
Remember, you have the right to consent to every activity being performed, from holding hands to anything more, and to change your mind at any time. If your partner does not respect your wishes, this also is a form of abuse. If you, your friend or family member is being abused, you can contact one of the numbers listed below for help. Department of Gender Affairs 662-5492, Special Victims Unit 662-7077, Counseling Unit, 465-5000. This message was brought to you by the Department of Gender Affairs in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and the Pan American Health Organization.
I eat some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
If you gradually use less salt, you will gradually want less salt. Eating less salty foods will reduce your cravings for salty foods. Let's get salt smart.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever premiered yesterday here in the Federation, and of course there was a big craze. But we aren't the only ones celebrating. As most of you may know, Black Panther is one of the most acclaimed films ever released. It has revitalized the appreciation of African culture and heritage, especially for us in the diaspora. In honor of this powerful film, we will now have a candid discussion about appreciating Afro-Caribbean culture. Joining us, we are pleased to welcome Inoite Inanga and Major Coyote Sutton. They are both of Nigerian descent, but have spent quite a large portion of their lives here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. So let's find out what their experience has been like so far. Why not just ask that question? What is your experience been like so far?
Yeah, welcome back.
I don't know who's going. I will actually let the captain. We're both in the defense force, by the way, so he's my superior. So I'll let him.
I see what's happening here. I love that.
So he's now pushing me
exactly
up front now, since that we're online, right? Not before. All right. The experience, it's no different from living anywhere else.
Okay.
After how do I put it? Nigeria is diverse, okay, and so is Africa. Just looking at Africa, looking at Nigeria alone, to start with, it's so diverse. It's almost 200, and I think it's over 250 million people.
Bigger cities.
And 36 states in Nigeria. And, some of them are much bigger than some states in the United States and so on. So it's diverse. And then Africa as well, it's diverse. So having lived in that society, coming to St. Kitts, which is just a dot, right? It's like probably the size of a marketplace in the town where he grew up, where they sell African fabrics in Ibadan. St. Kitts is just as big as a marketplace where they sell African fabrics. That's it. So it's not too hard to adapt. Depends on where you live and depends on the kind of social interactions. Anywhere you live in the world, it's just like a triangle. My mom always used to say that it's a triangle. You leave home, you go to school, you probably go to the gym or pick up groceries or whatever, or eat and back home.
Yeah, triangle.
So it's a triangle. So now here, the triangle is so small, right?
It's a dot.
It's a dot.
In his Nigerian accent.
Right. So it's so small, and but you know, once you keep active, you entangle yourself with what is that interests you. It's not too hard to live here. I give you a point of reference. There's a university in the town where we lived, which is Ile-Ife in Osun State in Nigeria. The university is 924 square kilometers in diameter. Okay? I think they probably have maybe over 50,000 undergrads, freshmen every year. So it tells you and that is just one university in a state. It's not the only university.
Oh, wow. But how did you gentlemen found out about St. Kitts? Well, your parents, I should say, because I would want to assume those are the ones that brought you here, because I see you have one Kittitian parent and one Nigerian parent.
Yeah.
So how did they find out about this little dot?
So we're the complement of our experiences.
Yeah.
My mom is Kittitian, dad is Nigerian, and his mom.
My dad is Kittitian.
Oh, it's the other way around. Nice.
Yeah. So when we were growing up, our parents made sure we always had a deep appreciation for other cultures in the world.
Nice.
So we traveled. Dad was never stinking rich because he invested in those forms of our education. So while he was a university professor, any opportunity that they would get to save up towards being able to fly out, because we have 4 children, right? He would do that, and we would come to St. Kitts from the time I was, I think, 4.
Okay.
We would have been to Canada, been to the UK, all of those experiences. So by the time I came here, I had this deep appreciation for other cultures. So it wasn't that big of a culture shock.
Okay.
Until I maybe became an adult. You know, like sometimes they say St. Kitts is not a real place. Right? And so let's leave it at that. Euphemisms will have to do for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny, and my thoughts are like off the charts now. Or no, after you said that, but okay, no culture shock for
None
you,
whatsoever.
Major Sutton. No culture shock for you.
No. I mean, it's just like you said, traveling, being here a few times, and then also we traveled. I mean, the other day I was just like, how many countries have I visited? Probably about 140. If not more.
Wow.
That's growing up, and then with work and all that. So you learn to be tolerant of others, and to overlook, because you see everything, you experience everything, and so I don't think there's any way I can go that I'm going to have cultural shock, and that is attribute to growing up in Nigeria, because like I said, you see everything. You experience everything.
Nice.
So it's not there's it wasn't a shock, but the smallest of the place sometimes your neighbors, and everybody knows you and things like that, and that is it was difficult for me to deal with at first, because if you're in the streets of Lagos is one of the smallest cities. Well, it's the smallest state in Nigeria, I think. Lagos is small. But Lagos city has probably close to 30 million people.
And that's small.
The state itself is small, but the city is big, population-wise. At least over 20 million people live in Lagos. The probability that you live in Lagos and I will run into you, it might be once in a lifetime.
That's true.
Maybe once in a lifetime.
Wow.
I see you once, I probably will never see you again, unless if we live next door or we work in the same location and so on. So it's sometimes it's like, whoa, it's just too close. You walk around Bastia, you see the same people twice, 3 times. And that was my experience when I came here, because my great uncle we went to Nevis, and he was taking me around. Now I'm, big boy. I came here when I was about 17 plus thereabout. So he take me around, he introduced me to people, and I noticed faces. And then we went across to see some families in Nevis, because my grandfather was born in Nevis, and so on. So we went across to see some families in Nevis. And on the ferry, I see the same people. And then we're walking around, we spent the night in Nevis. And the first thing in the morning, I said, no. So that don't happen in
Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
Okay.
The city where he lived was already, where Enoite lived in Nigeria, Ibadan, was already a city before the colonial masters. It's so vast, like it probably takes, about 2 hours, thereabout, to drive from the town where we live to where he lived. Now, from the outskirts of the city to get to his house, probably take you 4 hours.
What?
It's so vast, so vast.
It's interesting hearing your perspectives, because I appreciate the reference to it being a dot, and I get that because I look on the globe sometimes and I go, this is where we are, but then I only see a dot. And yet when I'm interacting with different people, I get the sense that we are larger than life sometimes. And I kind of wish that, and I'm glad that you're here for that, that perspective of where we fit into the whole thing would breed with it a sense of tolerance and a sense of humility as well. As we're talking about the movie Black Panther, the question that I overlooked as I got into your cultural heritage here was, have you seen the movie? And if so, is there anything that stood out for you? Not the new one, because we don't want any spoilers out there yet, but the original Black Panther. Do you think it does a good job of representing, African heritage?
Honestly, I'm not a movie person. I'm too busy to watch a movie.
Oh, man.
And I haven't watched it, so I cannot, reference it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Right.
I can. Okay.
And
so I should speak about it.
The one thing about being back home, right? And I'm pretty sure you can attest to this. When we travel, we typically don't go to other African countries. Like, it's not something that we would have done often to appreciate other African cultures. We would just, there's so much within Nigeria, cultural differences, like polar opposites, all within one country. To go and start learning about another, it just wasn't commonplace, right? So, to answer that question, I can't definitively say yes or no. I can say when I compared it to, let's say, The Woman King, I did see a little bit more authenticity with, let's say, the king's accent, because he's a Nigerian. From the time he opened his mouth, I was like, that's a Nigerian, that's a true African. He's not trying to fake it, right? And so that's what I was kind of looking for in that first iteration of Black Panther, and sometimes I felt it was lacking, right? So I'm hoping that there will be some more situations where maybe they break out into their native tongue and you see those subtitles coming up, because at the end of the day, that gives it its authenticity. There is a movie on Netflix now where that is, I think it's Oba, or something, I can't remember. There's this movie that just came out on Netflix where they're speaking Yoruba, right? And you see the subtitles coming up and it has the cinematic and everything. I'm like, okay, yes, that for sure, that for sure is something I want to watch when I have the time. But
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't watch movies, so I
don't have. You're too busy.
Yeah, but like you said, it's, trust me, Nigeria, and it's not too difficult for people to visit now. Nigeria is like America. where you find everybody. But the Nigerian context is just so vast. There are some languages that you just don't know. Like, if you move from like, we live in the Yoruba section of the country, so he understands Yoruba. I understand.
I don't. I chopped F9 for a while.
Well,
F9.
right. But it's not lost when, you know, I mean, when you're talking about the real, because they're speaking Yoruba, and sometimes they're speaking Yoruba, and I'm like, huh? I'm trying, because, you know, like when the lecturers, you know, I'm looking for the word. Anyway, when some people are speaking Yoruba, I'm like, what? And I have to listen to it over and over and over again. Now, Yoruba is not my strong Nigerian language, even though I'm Yoruba and all that, but because I lived in the northern part of Nigeria, I speak Hausa, Arabic, and all those. So I understand those. I'm very, very at home there. You know, yeah. So, and they are completely different languages. Culturally, everything is so different. So, yes, I reiterate what Enoite said about, you know, not venturing out to other African countries unless you have to. I had the opportunity to, but, you know, you always reference back to what the experiences in Nigeria, because it's like in Lagos, you see everything. You see everything.
I have to say, you're selling Nigeria to me. And by the way, I love the Nigerian movies. I'm going to check with you to see whether they're authentic or not now. So this has been such an engaging conversation. I feel like you've just like lifted the veil a little bit as to what it is to be growing up in a multicultural environment, but specifically, you know, in Nigeria, and shedding light on that context for us. So we do appreciate that. Yes.
And St. Kitts, you know, Dad used to say a lot of things when you know, when he was in Nigeria. He was like, it's like you won't eat breadfruit and things like that. And like, I had enough. And, you know, in the gut, in K-On and so on, they said that was the meal. That was all that was available. And so on. And you know, and he used to say also something like, oh, when I go here now, you know, a big man, and I look around and I see, I was like, okay, now I can relate and understand. Because if you have the same thing every day, and so on, you get fed up of it.
Yeah, you get fed up of it.
And you know, you see chicken running around the circus and things like that when you're driving and so on. You see that in villages in Nigeria as well.
I'm still getting used to that, by the way.
But the people, you know, it's not different, really. It's just it's a small scale.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was hard for me to get used to. I'm walking down the street, I see you now, and then I see you again. I was like, no.
Well, I promise you won't see me again before 2 weeks. At least. I promise you that much. You're going to see me sooner.
It's too small. Yes.
But thank you so much again for coming by. You know, we need to do this again.
Yeah, we need to.
Maybe
it's like to date in St. Kitts. It's a place where everybody knows everybody.
I love that. I thought that actually. Great. You're reading my mind too. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll be back in a moment.
No cash, no card, no problem. JAD. Embrace the freedom.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
We had quite an engaging discussion concerning the experience of 2 Nigerian Kittitians as it relates to appreciating our Afro-Caribbean culture. At this point, Jamie and I are going to speak about our own experiences growing up in the Caribbean and connecting with our African roots. Oh boy. So Jamie, what was your greatest takeaway from that discussion we had with Inote and Coyote?
How about the fact that I keep saying it, difficulty connecting with African roots?
Oh my gosh.
Like, seriously, it's like, what are those?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, right, because we feel that we were born here, back there, most of us feel like it has nothing to do with us, because we weren't born there.
Well, there's a sense of, how do I put it? Some people call it the silo effect, this insulated effect that we're here. I think we kind of touched on it, though. We're here, this is St. Kitts and Nevis, this is it. This is the world, this is the center of the world. And I guess depending on where you are geographically, you kind of get that vibe. It's like, if you're in America, then America's the center of the world. If you're in the Middle East, then the Middle East is the center of the world.
Yeah.
If you're in St. Kitts and Nevis is the center of the world.
Wow.
And that's about it. Linkages, however, it's one of those things. I did say it to you before, a couple of days ago. I'm like, well, one of the things that slavery did is that it ensured that I can't say to you effectively, oh, my lineage goes back to this date, and in 1630, my ancestor was actually, head of a tribe or whatever. I don't have that knowledge.
No.
So it's very difficult. It's like there is that period that's just taken out of our history, and the most that we can hope to do is perhaps run a genealogical test.
And that is exactly what we have to do. And I think that's why Ancestry and all those other DNA organizations came on stream to help us to find out who we are. Because when I look at the adverts sometimes, if I'm passing by and the television is on and I see people say where they're from, you hear people are Congolese, people are Igbo, people are from Tongo, you're like, what? And they're black people. But all of these different parts of them make up who they are.
Yep.
So there's a drive for each and every one of us around the world that think that we're not from over yonder to find out that we are from over yonder. Yeah.
All right, so if we start to think about when we first became aware of our African descent, it's interesting for me because it's like, obviously I'm black, and I always knew that I was black, but if I'm surrounded by only black people, like, I wouldn't know that I was black. In other words, I wouldn't know that I was different.
Okay, got you.
Does that make sense?
Understood, yeah.
So
Plenty sense.
that awareness came when I turned my television on, and the only thing I got was from America, with all of those white people and so on.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well then you realize that there's a difference, but it goes to the innocence of children. Children learn things. There's no difference in you or me. We're just pretty much the same thing. You've got to learn to appreciate differences. So I appreciated that I was black when I turned on the television and I saw people that didn't look like me. Or maybe that one guy down the street in the 1980s that, was like a white guy, and it's like, oh, the tourists. Oh yeah, we treated tourists differently. We had that conversation today.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, the tourists.
Yeah, we
like
do treat the tourists differently. I don't know if it's because we're trying to get them to come back or if it's because of the brain. Maybe, how did you first react when you saw a person of color?
A person of color? I saw people of color in my house.
No, but I mean, okay.
What do you mean?
When you became aware of a person of color, did you think they were superior to you? Did you think, I want to be that color?
No.
Okay, all right.
But I became very aware that there were people who thought like that. And so it was always problematic to me because it's like, but I'm not like that. That's my skin. Okay, fine. Why do you think that I should be something else? And of course, we went through that phase where we were looking at Michael Jackson and all the accusations that you couldn't grow up and not think that people were saying that, his skin disease was really contrived and it was because he wanted to be a different color or a different shade. We had those discussions. So, but hey, African descent, definitely.
But the Sunday school song?
What's that?
When I was little, I actually expected that when I did see somebody else, they were going to be red and yellow. Literally. Literally the colors, like red and yellow.
You are making me laugh.
Black and white, they're precious in the sight. Like literally, I thought that was, because you're a little impressionable, they're singing this to you as a 2-year-old and 3-year-old, and then you see everybody, and nobody is red, but we still call people red. Nobody's yellow, but we still say, oh, you're yellow. Yeah. Nobody's white.
Come on, Hortensia. Have you seen a porcelain type? Listen, and nobody's black either.
Porcelain with the makeup.
I joked with my mother when I was growing up, and she used to tell me she's black, and I look at her and I say, you're not black. And this was like 4 or 5 years old. I'm like, you're not black, you're brown. So the concept of, it's like, we pick a shade and we just go with it. Okay, fine, I get it. You call me black, I'm black. That's fine. I have no issues with being black. I could be as dark as ever, that'll be fine. I think we've talked about this too before when it comes to colorism. The fact that I've seen some really gorgeous dark-skinned people that, if I were to think about them before listening to other people around me and so on, you'll think, well, you were black, and the connotation being, you're not as pretty, or you're not as beautiful, not as worthy of certain things. And then you have, I don't know, a movie like Black Panther, which wasn't the shift for me, but it could easily be for a young boy or girl growing up now. And you realize, well, you know what? Black is powerful. Blacks don't have to be victims. blacks can be superheroes. Blacks can be admired. It's
Yes, exactly.
changing.
And black is such a powerful color, as you rightfully says, because as women we use black to mask, our size on days, So black is very powerful, And Jamie, work with me here. Black adds to anything. A nice black stiletto, a nice little black dress, black to hide flaws. Black just works. Black charcoal pulls impurities out of your skin. Black is so. Yes.
Sorry, I was going to say, so is the white powder that people used to wear on their necks. We talk about that too.
Oh man, yes. We had those days of wearing the white powder. But black is just strong,
Yeah.
So at what point did you feel empowered to be black?
Always. I never felt like I was second rate. I understood that I was from a very small place, which is St. Kitts, and again, that goes back to not really appreciating early being of African descent and being connected with the continent. And of course, as you heard Major Coyote Sutton say a while ago, it's basically so different, so diverse there that finding that line of connectedness, it might be a little more difficult to do. But that being said, never felt like I was less than anybody else. So whether I was black, whether I was male, it doesn't matter. Never.
When I was younger, though, I had one little insecurity: my big nose. I was supposed to go get an MJ one, but I'm never getting an MJ nose. I'm sorry, I love my big nose. Yes, I'm keeping that. So that's my one little thing I have. But I am over the moon happy to be black.
Well, there you
Even jumping farther than the cow. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, here we go. Would you ever consider moving back to the motherland?
My answer to that would be a resounding no. I'll visit, but no, I'm not going to move back.
I want to change that because moving back implies that you lived there as opposed to moving. Because there is that built-in implication that back because of our lineage, right?
Exactly. But most people say, they need to take us back to the motherland. I ain't come from there.
But you see that's the whole discussion now, because when you start talking about moving to versus moving back, when we think of our origin, lineage, Africa, obviously. A lot of us can't trace the places. But you think of that. When you think of in terms of where we were born, St. Kitts and Nevis, Ghana,
exactly.
Eastern Caribbean generally. You're not thinking Africa, so you're not going to say moving back. So this is the only thing I'm going to say here. Moving back implies that I was there.
So I'm going back, like I would say, I'm moving back to Guyana.
But what are you going back to?
Something. That's what I said. I will visit, but there is no moving back for me.
Right.
I was born on not so a dot, but a little funny looking shape map. Yeah.
That's not a dot at all. That's huge.
83,000 square miles.
All
That's
right,
where I was born. Yeah.
It's huge.
So I can move back to Guyana, but I can't move back to Africa. I can visit Africa. No offense to Africa, but I'm not familiar with it.
All right.
Yeah.
And while we're at it, let's go to Eden. All right. That being said, we'll be back in a moment with more Good Morning SKN.
Apple Land.
Next, please.
Good morning, Mommy. How are we today?
We are okay. I brought in Bobby to get her first HPV vaccine to secure her from this cancer-causing menace. I'm just trying to make sure my girls have a chance at enjoying life, you know?
You look unsure about something. Are you okay?
I'm a little nervous. My boyfriend found a lump here the other day, and now I'm freaking out.
I understand how you feel, but let's take care of Bobby first. First, let me explain about this vaccine, the HPV vaccine. The HPV vaccine protects both boys and girls. This vaccine can prevent most cases of cervical cancer and some cases of sexually transmitted infections. Mommy, that's it for Bobby. Can we talk privately for a few minutes? It's really good that you told me about your boyfriend finding the love. I'm glad that you weren't too scared. Mommy, when was the last checkup? I mean, which includes your breast examination and the pap smear.
Honestly, I don't know anything about pap smears. Is that something you do during childbirth? Because if that's the case, I would have done it twice, right?
A pap smear is an examination of your vagina and the pelvis area. It should be done for females between the ages 18 to 69 at least once a year. The World Health Organization recommends that the doctor or nurse that is doing the examination remove the cells from the cervix and check for any abnormal cells, cancer, and the human papillomavirus, which causes cervical cancer. If females get regular tests, anything unusual or abnormal can be treated and seen in its early stages. The girls are being vaccinated before age 13 to reduce the risk of getting cervical cancer. Women tested early and girls vaccinated can help us end cervical cancer. Don't be afraid. It's a simple examination which will be over very soon. Come on, let's get tested.
Dreamy Decor specializes in flowers for all events, from birthdays to weddings and any other special occasion. What's a better way to express to the people you love than by providing the finest selection of beautiful flowers and gifts? So when you think of flowers, think of us, Dreamy Decor.
When growing your savings, where you save matters more than you think. Dare to compare and see for yourself why you should start saving and investing at First Federal Credit Union. You don't have to settle for cents. Let your money make sense. Reap a higher return by stashing your cash in a high-yield savings account or term deposit and earn up to 4% interest on your money. At First Federal, we say yes.
Greetings, my lovely people. I'm Chantel, residing in Taiwan. 12 hours time difference. It's nighttime here, morning time in SK. I'm busy and on the go. However, I always manage to keep up to date with what's happening in SK. All thanks to Good Morning SKN. Good morning SKN. Ciao, bango!
Welcome back to Good Morning SKN, and it is, we're trying this a second time, giveaway time again. So today we are giving away 4 tickets to see Black Panther Wakanda Forever at the Caribbean Cinemas this weekend. To win, just call in and answer a Black Panther related question. The number to call is 664-7327, 664-7327. Again, 664-7327. So if you want a chance to win ticket number 1, call and answer this question. Now, the first ticket goes to anyone who can tell us this. In which Marvel movie did the Black Panther first appear?
Folks, I wore my vibranium pants just for you. If you would have noticed, I even wore my earrings that sort of look like one of the weapons they use in Wakanda. You got to work with me today. You got to call in. For those of you who watched the movie last night, don't spill any of the beans, but tell your friends to call in so they can go and watch the movie tonight and tomorrow night. So come on, come on. My vibranium pants is here for you. Work with me today. Work with me and my weapons. Maybe I'm secretly from Wakanda. My co-host is not indulging me. He's just not indulging me. Wakanda, here we go.
So again, the question. In which Marvel movie did the Black Panther first appear? If you can name that movie, you will win a free ticket to Wakanda forever. It seems like it's one way, doesn't it? Wakanda forever. You're never coming back. All right. You can go
Wakanda
watch
forever.
the movie tonight.
Maybe I should have asked Inote to help me to pronounce it good. Wakanda. Is it Wakanda?
All right. So the phone is ringing. Hi, good day, caller. You are live on Good Morning SKN. All right. Good morning. So the question is, in which Marvel movie did the Black Panther first appear?
Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Unfortunately, you are only, I'll say this much, you are part right, so you're going to have to call in again.
Yeah.
But you were part there. All right?
Part there. So you have to try again.
So you did not get it. You're like 50% of the way there. So you're going to have to call again and try. All right? But thank you for your effort. Much appreciated. All right, so that was the first guest. The line is open again. Here's the question. In which Marvel movie did the Black Panther first appear? You heard me say that caller got it partially right. So who can get it totally right? Maybe it'll be the same caller.
Yes.
Maybe it will be you. Maybe it'll be someone else. 664-7327. 664-7327.
You know, I almost got to say, may the force of Wakanda be with you. Look at me getting sued for mixing Star Wars and Wakanda.
Oh, really?
Oh, my
Okay.
gosh. May the vibranium of my pants give you the answer. You should see a certain person's face.
Thank you for saving me. The line is ringing. Saved by the bell. Good day, caller. You are live on Good Morning SKN. Hi, good morning.
Morning.
I'm not hearing you. Can you say that again? Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Guys, I'm not hearing. Hi. Okay. So, can you answer that question first? Here's the question again. In which Marvel movie did the Black Panther first appear? What's your answer, caller?
Black Panther: Long Live the King.
Could you repeat that for us, caller?
Okay.
No,
Black Panther: Long Live the King.
No. That's a good attempt, but no, unfortunately. That's not correct. So you'll have to try again later, okay? But thank you for playing along. Appreciate that. All right, take care for now. So maybe we're 0 for 2 so far. Again, the question's still there. People are calling. As I said before, the first caller was 50%
Close
correct.
enough.
So let's get that. In which Marvel movie did the Black Panther first appear? 664-7327. 664-7327.
That means we don't have a lot of Marvel fans in St. Kitts, so we need to get more Marvel fans.
And the line is ringing again.
It is for sure ringing. I swear.
Hi, good day, caller.
Hey, Captain America: Civil War.
Oh, okay. So you're the first caller, aren't you? I think I recognize that voice. All right.
Pardon?
All right. You called before, didn't you?
Yeah, I called before.
Okay, great. So I'm glad that you won it. Can you tell us your name, please?
Pardon?
First and last. Your names, first and last.
Aman, Aman.
Aman. Okay.
Oh, congratulations, Aman.
All right, Aman. Last name? Aman Collins. Okay. Aman Collins, thank you for playing along. Congratulations, and you got it right. 100% this time. You were close to verse 9, but you got it right. So thank you. Hope you enjoy the movie. All right. All right, take care. All right, so Aman Collins won that one. So one ticket gone. Yeah, you're good to go, Aman.
You're good to
Thank
go.
you.
Thanks for calling.
We'll be in touch with you.
All right,
Thank you. All right, bye-bye. So Aman Collins won that one. One ticket gone, 3 left to go. Is one of those going to be yours? We'll find out.
So this question, what is the name of T'Challa's sister? Come on, Marvel fans. What is the name of T'Challa's sister? For Marvel fans of the Black Panther movie. Remember, the number to call is 664-7327. The question once again, what is the name of T'Challa's sister?
Do I need to threaten these people? If you're not going to call, I'm going to take the tickets for myself.
My vibranium pants is not
distribute them.
working today. What else do I need to wear for them? I wore the weapons. I wore everything for them, and I wore the color for the Black Panther, and the vibe. The calls are not coming fast enough. Come on, guys. Come on. You got to be part of Marvel Nation, or else me and Jamie could win. Oh, look at that. It's working. The zhuzh. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Do you have the answer to the question?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the name of T'Challa's sister?
Suri.
Ooh, sweet. You got that correct. And with whom are we speaking?
What did you say?
What is your name?
Layla.
Your name is you gotta give us the full name. Layla, what is your surname, Layla? We want to make sure we don't mix it up. Layla what? What's your last name, Layla?
Away with Jichi.
Ooh.
All right, away with Gigi.
Nice.
All right.
Congratulations.
Well, thank
Layla.
you. You have a one-way ticket to Wakanda forever. Don't come back now. All right, I'm kidding. Be in touch, Layla. All right, thank you. All right, so the phone line was going off. We didn't even get to the third question yet, so let's get to the third question now. This is so funny. Who challenged T'Challa, the Black Panther, at his coronation? Who challenged T'Challa or the Black Panther at his coronation? If you know the name of this person, as in the character, call 664-7. Oh, wow, there you go. Phone is off the hook. Yes.
Vibranium have brought them in.
Good day, caller. You are live on GMSKN.
Good morning. Could you repeat the question to me real quick?
Yes, gladly. Yes. Who challenged T'Challa, the Black Panther, at his coronation?
Killmonger.
We have Killmonger. Unfortunately, that is incorrect. So you're going to have to try again later. But thank you for calling. All right? All right. So we've got one guess. I think the phone was still ringing. Is there another call, or did we lose that one? I felt like the other line was ringing a while ago. But the question is, who challenged T'Challa at his coronation? If you know that, if you know the answer to that, you call. Another ticket
Is up for grabs. May the vibranium be with you. I think I should be like, what is his name? Oh my gosh, I just had his name on the tip of my tongue. The guy that was selling, well, the illegal vibranium trader.
So you want to be an illegal vibranium trader?
No. Oh my gosh, no.
Is that what you want to be?
Well, technically, I have vibranium pants.
So I keep hearing.
I got vibranium pants.
All right, is that okay? The phone is ringing again. Great. So, good morning, caller. Good morning. You are live on GMSKN.
Hi, good
Can you hear me?
morning.
Yeah, say again, please.
Hello,
Yes, say again. Your answer again, please.
M'Baku.
You got it right. Who am I speaking with, please? First and last name?
Excuse me?
Your first and last names.
Keslin Thomas.
Tesla and Tom. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Congratulations.
Great. Okay. Congratulations. Thanks for playing along again. All right. I hope you enjoy the movie. All right. All right. We'll be in touch. Thank you so much. All right. So 2 tickets gone. 2 more to go. Or is it 3? 3 tickets gone. 1 more to go.
Tickets gone. 1 more to go.
1 more to go. Yeah. I don't even want to give you an extra ticket. I don't have those powers. I don't have those powers. I have to be a superhero to do that.
Yeah. So to win the final ticket for today, we are bringing back the question that had you all stumped. Yes, stumped yesterday. The question is, what plant gives the Black Panther his superpowers? Once again, what plant gives the Black Panther his superpowers? Any takers? 664-7327. 664-7327. Come on. The vibranium is here. Take some of the powers and call and win yourself the ticket. Don't be stumped today, guys. We gave you a whole night to research it.
664-7327. 664-7327. What plant gives the Black Panther his superpowers? If you know the answer to that, you will be going to Wakanda forever.
Ooh, and I think we have a taker.
Hi, good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Okay, so here's your question. What? Oh, yeah, you're answering it. Go answer it, please. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you.
You've got it right. So who am I speaking with? Give us your first and last name, please.
Congrats.
Kajal Thomas.
Say again?
Kajal Thomas.
Kajal Thomas? Okay. Okay, thank you so much. We'll be in
Thank
touch.
you.
Enjoy your one-way trip to Wakanda forever.
And come back soon.
Enjoy the movie, all right? Take care. All right, so that's the end of our giveaways for today.
Thank you so
we've
much for
got
playing.
more takers. People are going to see Wakanda forever. I feel like that's going to be a movie on loop. I don't know why I keep saying that. You just keep saying Wakanda forever. Either they're going there and they're not coming back, or it's just going to be on replay instantly.
Can they see the
Continuously.
vibranium pants though? Can they see the shine, the effect, like the power is going up my back? Why do I have a hater in the studio? She doesn't want me to show off my vibranium pants. The power. Look, see me wearing the vibranium pants. We have 4 callers today. The power of vibranium.
The power of commercial breaks. We'll be back in a moment.
No cash, no card, no problem. Jad, embrace the freedom.
I eat some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Speaking about the Black Panther Wakanda Forever all week. It is one of the most beloved Marvel films to be ever released. But in this segment, Jamie and I will take a quiz that will reveal the Marvel character or Avenger we are most like. But before we begin, Jamie, which Marvel character do you feel most connected to?
I think I'd have to have a list of all the Marvel characters, so I can't tell you, Hortensia. Time will tell. Or at least the quiz will.
Yeah, so let's find out what this quiz will tell us. So I'm going first. Ladies first, vibranium power first. So the question is, describe your personal style. Efficient and practical, leather jacket, suits, always suits, or uniform. I would say efficient and practical. Oh my gosh, what's my biggest flaw? Multitasking. Right away. I don't even have to say my past, my ego, or no. Which skill do you most value that separates you from others? Moral compass, experiences, integrity, leadership. Leadership. So this is my last one. Okay, so it's looking bad. It's looking bad, and the enemy is gaining quick. What do you do? Rally the enemy, lead them into a trap, wait for an opportunity. There will be one. Rally the team. Let's fight. It's me or them or all of us. I'm gonna go with rally the team. Let's fight. Okay. What is my best feature? My wit, perseverance, my eyes, my self-control. I would say my perseverance. I feel like Captain America coming on here. What height is most suited to you? Ooh, in my lifetime? I wish I was, man. Okay, let's do 5'6.5". That's short though. Jeez. What did you play with when you were younger? Chemistry set, toy soldiers, spy set, slingshot. Ugh. Toy soldiers. This is a Captain America coming on right here. What's your favorite Olympic sport? Weightlifting, archery, taekwondo. I'm gonna run marathon. Okay, what motivates you most? To fight, protect mankind, to cure, morals. Morals. Where are you on a general Saturday night? Doing homework, hosting a party, gathering with friends and family, in the gym. Gathering with friends and family. How would you best describe your personality? Brash, influential, lone wolf, patriotic. Ooh, la 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 la. Let's go with patriotic. Which weapon would you like most? A team. What's your favorite class in school? Biology, astronomy. Which is that? Flinching? PE. Let's PE this out. How best would you describe your ability to work with others? Team motivator, find it difficult to work with me. I'm always watching their backs. Effective on my own and in a team. Ooh. Effective on my own and in a team. I knew, I felt a Captain America coming on. She's Captain America.
She's Captain America. Okay.
She's Captain America.
You're that patriotic.
That's it. Dun, dun, dun.
You are that patriotic.
I felt Captain America coming. That's why he's my favorite Marvel character. Captain America.
All right, so that's your Avenger.
Yeah. I can't wait to see who your Avengers. I think you're going to become a Nick Fury, you know. What do you want to bet?
Well, you know what? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. We'll definitely find out
I think
which
you're gonna
Avenger I'm going to be. And
I'm gonna give you a Nick Fury, and I'm gonna give you, oh my gosh, what's his name again? The archer guy.
Alrighty. Well, if we're not taking the quiz today, we can take it another day. I can just give you the results, I suppose.
Jamie's
that would
gonna
be
be
what
Thor,
it is.
Nick Fury, or oh my gosh, what's his name? I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think
Jamie's going to be anything today. How about
Jamie,
that?
you're gonna be
Jamie's going to
somebody.
be himself. I'm going to
Jamie's
be myself.
gonna be somebody.
I think I'm going to be myself. How about that? I think it's official
Wow.
that I'm going to be myself.
If we
I think it's very official that I'm going to be myself.
Oh my God.
And that's a good message. Be your own superhero. Be your own Avenger.
Yeah.
All right? Own that as we go to a break. We'll be back in a few.
I eat some veggies for dinner. Let me just check the amount of sodium in this can. Oh no, this is too much. Let me try our next option. They did say it's healthy to consume less salt. This is much better. I am salt smart.
Children, how can you tell a tsunami coming?
Teacher me.
Sammy?
My mother said when uncle jump in the pool and the water spoosh out, that's how you tell a tsunami coming.
Settle down, children, settle down. Do you remember our tsunami song?
Yes.
Mommy, uncle not here and the other shake.
Hush your mouth.
Daddy, uncle not here and the sea gone.
Who cares? You don't see all them free fish? Quick, give me the bag.
This is how you tell a tsunami a come. Teacher says so. I would have failed in school, you know.
Sammy, come, let me go. They would have failed anyhow. Let me run, see Sammy.
Yeah.
An exotic experience.
Oh, come here.
What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level.
This is their lives, right? This is their business.
4 savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment.
You can't help people if you can't help yourself. First, you make the dollar and you give the dollar.
Why you take your business offline?
I really feel that you need to do a little bit more research.
Very knowledgeable. Super knowledgeable.
You have a great idea and a great concept. I think you'd be snapped up by Disney.
If you have a job someplace, it means that if something is not working, you can walk away.
Who will invest?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Thank you. And who will be sent home with nothing? I am your host, Kevin Hope.
from Paris Lamont, and we want to encourage y'all to sign on to Good Morning SKN every morning from 8 to 10 at Studio 327. Thanks.
Welcome back to GMS Scan. It's time to let you know what's happening. Fitness in the Tropics, that's what's happening. So this month, Fitness in the Tropics, FIT that is, takes us to the village of Churchground. FIT in collaboration with, or FIT, maybe I should say FIT, yeah, FIT, in collaboration with the Churchground Community Group, is inviting the public to join them on Sunday, November 13th at 5 p.m. for a soca size workout. I have to say that again. Soca size workout.
Soca
All right.
size.
The event will be facilitated by Coach Adelvin Phillip, I think that's what it is. As usual, Fitness in the Tropics events are free of cost. Interested persons can register by visiting the link on the Nevis HPU Facebook page, or that's the Health Promotion Unit Facebook page, or by calling 469-8010, 469-8010, and get fit in the tropics with your soca size workout, free of cost.
I think even the toucan is there to get fit. As we continue on our fit journey, there is a hike. Join the Department of Youth Empowerment on Saturday, the 12th November at 6 a.m. for a hike adventure. Yes, a hike adventure. Okay, the route is from Phillips's Mountain to Bayfurs. For persons who need transportation, pickup is at the Cable Building at 5:30 a.m. Registration fee for the hike, a mere $10, half of 20 per person, and interested persons can sign up at the Youth Department office in the Cable Building. So $10 get you on the hike. Be early, don't let the bus leave you. They're leaving on time, like sharp, 5:30, sharp.
And this next one reminds me of what a former lecturer of mine, now deceased, said about road march songs. Literally.
What did he say, Jamie?
Can I quote him? He said, and this was probably like 10 to 15 years ago, he's like, road march songs are like this. All you hear is, I'm on jam sheet, I'm on jam sheet. Can I say that 4 times? Can I have my own road march song? Guys, you want to help me here with the symbols? I'm kidding around, by the way. I'm kidding around. But literally, I've thought that I could make my own road march songs, and maybe you do too, so this one is definitely for you. The St. Kitts Nevis National Carnival Committee has confirmed that all road march bands, soca artists, and calypsonians must submit in writing the name of their tune to be considered for road march to the St. Kitts Nevis Secretariat by Friday, November 18th. By the way, if you use my title, and Dr. Haynes' title, I'm going to come for you. Road march tunes must be publicly released in full on a local radio station by Friday, November 25th, to be considered as part of the competition. Can you imagine that? For the first time in the history of Carnival rather, the road march winner will receive EC $20,000. Well, now would be a really good time for me to pen that song. The first runner-up will receive EC $15,000, and the second runner-up will walk away. I love this. The others will receive, but this guy will just walk away with easy $10,000. Do however you walk away with that.
Yeah. Just walk away with your 10, boy. Walk, oh girl, oh woman, man or woman, just walk away with your 10. You know?
I'm sorry. This is like one of those moments when you're looking at, those Jay Leno headlines, right? Like, yeah, you will receive it. You'll just walk away. Competition rules and regulations are available online at www.skncarnival.com or the Carnival Secretariat in the E.C. Daniel Building on Keon Street. Like, seriously now, this has got me thinking about all those times when I heard repetitive lyrics on the radio, and I'm thinking, really all you need is a beat and some sort of catchy tune, and it's like, and you can do that. The road march song, Dr. Haynes had me really singing on one jam sheet, and I made a whole thing, and I had the melody, I had the thing, and then I added maybe like a bridge or something with a verse with 2 things, a one jam, just straight. And it's like, wait, but this is a road march song. I've heard some of those. I could do that, and maybe you can too. So if you can, As I said, that title is already gone. All right, so no Dr. Haynes is here. No, he already
Imagine
coined
seeing
it.
Jamie on a road march song. Oh my God, Jamie.
No,
I will be in the road, in the
Listen,
drain.
I don't have to be on it. I could write it literally because that's exactly what I'm saying here. I could like seriously. If you think about nursery rhymes, we've done that, right? So you could pick anything, and you could just literally go pick the paper up, right? Or toss the paper, toss the paper, toss the paper, toss the paper. Yeah, toss the paper.
No,
Everybody scream! Toss the paper.
No,
I'm like literally.
Scream's not in it. Scream is not in it.
Guys, can you feel me on this? Like literally, it's repetitive in a lot of ways. You just need a rhythm. You need the right vibe. You get it going. You change up a couple of words here or there, and you come back with the same thing. Toss the paper. Here we go.
Toss the paper.
Hey, that's a great song for climate action, environment, recycling, and you can get that title by the
If
way.
they toss the paper, they might. It's Juve. It's jam time. The paper might be all over town. That's not
Instead
good
of
for the
screaming, you
climate.
go push it in the bin.
Oh, put it in the bin. Oh,
There
toss
you
the
go.
paper. Oh,
You see what's going on now?
Oh, so we
You
toss
see what's
it
going
in
on?
the bin. We keeping these streets clean. Hey,
Hortensia.
$20,000 can be ours, you know. Let's
I
do
said
this.
that, and I kept saying it because I've heard songs about water, which I had to think about twice
Oh
to
my
get. Now we're talking about tossing the paper.
Yeah.
And whatever else.
Yes.
But guess what?
We're not tossing anything now.
Can you imagine? Toss the paper. Anyway.
Yep.
Oh, we're never going to live this down. We want to thank you guys for joining us today for another edition of GMSK, and definitely interesting show today, Hortensia, starting with tourism, ending up with our
yes.
talk on the, culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Nigerian, African culture,
Yes.
similarities, differences, etc. So, hey, you never know what you're going to get when you tune into GMSK. We try to bring you a little bit of everything for everyone. Hopefully, we're doing that. You can let us know in our comments. Of course, as Hortensia will tell you, but for now, I want to tell you where you can follow us. So you can follow us on our social media platforms, which are, of course, let's see if I can do this from memory. Good Morning SKN is Instagram, and Facebook and YouTube is Studio 327 Inc. And after about 11 months, I should be able to do this from memory and so should you, right? Website is the only new thing here, www.studio327inc.com, www.studio327inc.com. You can learn more about Good Morning SKN and Studio 327 because there's more to Studio 327 than GMSKN.
Yes, indeed, indeed. Leave us a comment. Subscribe. Yes, we have to get to 1,000 before our first year anniversary, which is just now, the 6th of December. And remember, I asked you to make some interesting videos and tell us how do we impact you. And for those of you who would have been on, how would have being on GMSKN would have impacted your life. So let us know. Send in the videos. You never know. You just might be on our first anniversary. So let us know what was your favorite part of today's show. See you tomorrow, Friday, at 8 a.m. when you will start your morning with us right here at Good Morning SKN. Thank you for watching. Congratulations to all our winners, and see you tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.